What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Real Word Podcast, a place where real thoughts, real ideas, and real words come to life. I'm your host, Drew, coming from San Diego, California. Thank you for stopping by, tuning in, checking out the channel. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit up all those links down below. And now we can get into the episode. It is August 7th, 2020. It's Friday morning. It is about 6:30 a.m. Got a little bit of a later start than I would like. I've been doing that a little bit lately, and I don't know why. Well, I kind of do know why. A little bit. I've been going to bed a little bit later, especially when the Padres games are on. They didn't play last night, but it's just been getting me staying up later, which then in turn, I get up a little bit later. I still wake up right around 5 just so I can catch Ben and Woods, the first, segment or two of that. And then I, actually do some preparation and, looking at some news stories and reading and stuff, and trying to come more prepared than I was before instead of just kind of winging it. It's like some stuff I still just off the top of the head, free form conversation, but I have been trying to be more prepared with certain topics, articles and things like that. So that's kind of why I've been, pushed. My time frame has been pushed back about an hour or so, which kind of sucks. I mean, I don't really like getting started this late. 6:30 is a late start for me. But yeah, man, I like normally finishing up around this time. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll just have to really start getting my news stories done the night before, and then maybe do a quick refresher in the morning, and just start waking up a little bit earlier again. I don't know, man. Because it's like, then it just makes for a really long, dragged out day. But, it is what it is. That's my saying, I guess. I say that quite a bit. What else? Didn't do too much yesterday. My ribs here are still pretty tender, pretty sore. So I didn't work out or anything yesterday. It was a pretty just lazy, mellow day. I did stream some gameplay, Cult of Gaming, so go check out that video. I do need to get back to the Twitch stream and just, start treating that somewhat like a job as well. But every Thursday you can check it out here on YouTube for a couple hours or so, hour and a half to 2 hours, just to get some gameplay in. It's fun. It's a fun game. Warzone updated their map, so it's a little bit different, man. It's a little different, but it's still fun. With the new update, it changes, for me anyway, it changes my strategy about how I play, because it starts you out with $4,500, and, if you have that $4,500, you can buy yourself back if you die. And, there's 20 minutes or so where that can happen. So you can die as many times as you can, but as long as you have that $4,500, you'll get rebought back. You know what I mean? So you can be a little more aggressive on the start instead of, working your way from the outskirts back. But it's an interesting game. It's a challenging game, but it's a fun and addictive game, that is for sure. So that's kind of what I did yesterday in the morning, and like I said, other than that, I didn't really do much, just due to, man, it's hard to move, it's hard to breathe, whenever, this hurts, doing this hurts right here so bad, and it's like the pain where it kind of makes you feel sick, so that's been kind of tough to deal with, but I don't know. I'm sure it has something to do with me and my dad wrestling, rolling around doing some jiu-jitsu or whatever, but man, it's frustrating. It's tough. Tough to deal with. Got some of this bubble gum I'm going to grind up right now and have a few snaps of that. We'll get into some other topics. What else is going on? There's been, I'm gonna get into quite a bit. It's kind of a lot that's been happening over the last day or two in the news cycle that I think is pretty important that we're gonna go over and talk about. So, and look, I figured it out. It's like, it's this child-proof type lid. I don't know, because it's like last time I was just like, oh, what the fuck, but you have to like push down on it, and then nope, even then it didn't do it again. Man, now it's good. Yeah, you have to like push down and twist. Weird, but I figured it out. So no more struggles with the lid. Get this bubblegum ground up and get this morning started. Get our heads right. Shout out to Woods on this Friday morning. Get your heads right. What else is going on? So I'm still struggling. I'm still struggling with mental health stuff. That's like a daily, everyday struggle. It's things are okay in certain aspects, but then things are still the same and haven't really changed in other aspects. And those are the things that I still struggle with. And it's like, this is nothing new to me. This up and down, this like perception of being okay is nothing new. It's like, I know how to kind of be okay to a lot of people and towards a lot of things, because there's not, it's not terrible right now, you know what I mean? But there's still things that I struggle with, like loneliness, that has just taken its toll on me, man. And it's like, I don't know what to do about that, because I still feel and think the way I feel and think, and that hasn't changed, and I want who I want, and I don't know what to do about that, and it just doesn't seem to ever go anywhere. So, and now nobody wants to really meet up or do anything during these times, so it's like trying to like not saying that that's even what I would want to do, but even trying to find a date or something like that would almost be impossible during these times. So it's like, I don't know what to do, man. It's tough. Like, that's one of the hardest things for me, is that loneliness, that lack of a physical connection is just really hard on me. And then I just get jealous of like those who have somebody. Like, everyone I know close to me, basically, friends and the few friends I do have, and my brother and stuff, they all have relationships and like strong foundations of a relationship, and I don't, and I get just really jealous of that. And that's where I think my therapist said, like, that's where the sadistic comes in, where it's like those around you bring you pain and sadness or something like that. I'd have to look it up again, and that's exactly what happens. It's like those who I care about and love bring me sadness because I'm jealous of what they have. And it's like, I don't want who they're with or anything like that, but it's just that what they have, that relationship, that, that label of whatever it is, it's like, I just miss that, or I want that, and I just haven't been able to have it in so long. And it's truly a constant struggle. It really is. Every day it just weighs me down, drags me down, and yeah, it's just one of those things that's like a majority of the rest of my life is okay. I'm not making money. I don't have a quote unquote job. This is what I'm doing right now, and this is what I want to be my job, but it's not providing me any source of income or anything like that. So that's a struggle. And then, like I said, the loneliness and all of that. So those are the two big things that are like not okay. The rest is like it's fine. It's not great. It's not terrible, like I said, but it just is what it is. So I don't know. And then like the thing with the job, it's like I'm not gonna wear a mask, and it's like I guarantee a lot of these workplaces require you to wear a mask, and it's like I'm not gonna do that. So what do I do? What do we do in that situation? So I don't know. It's like I said, it's not all terrible, but things definitely aren't great. Um, just kind of stuck in the middle. Shout out to Mike Posner. That's a great song. But yeah, that's what's going on here. That's kind of a little update on that whole situation, because might seem like I'm okay at times during this, and it's like I'm okay, but there's definitely always that underlying sadness, loneliness, emptiness that's still there. It doesn't go away. It's just I learn, or I know how to kind of just suppress it at times, but it never goes away. Let's get into the snap, and let's get into some other topics. Cheers, everybody. Was a good hit. Yep. The bubblegum. That bubblegum makes me want to get some seeds of the bubblegum. There's this 3-pack of autoflower seeds off this website. One's the bubblegum like this. Who knows if it's like that, but bubblegum strain. Jack Herrera, which is my favorite sativa, and then also OG Kush, which is my favorite indica. So yeah, man, that 3-pack of the autoflowers, 10 seeds of each. I'm thinking about getting that, splitting it with my neighbor and my buddy Zach. Zach. Cause yeah, man, I love all of those strains. Like this bubblegum, I was really surprised on it. Like I don't really remember having bubblegum in the past. Maybe like a bubblegum Kush, or I don't know. But I really gotta jump on that 3-pack, cause man, those 3 strains, having that in rotation, whew. I wouldn't need any other strains, honestly. But I like what I do have growing right now. The Amnesia Haze, the Northern Lights indoor, and then the Blueberry that's outdoor as well. Those 2 Amnesia Hazes looking really fire. Looking getting close. They're all getting really close to done. The Blueberry is getting really nice, condensed, tight little nugs. It's looking awesome. Yeah, those ones probably have another 5, 6, 7 days, another week maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Because Monday, I think, is actually going to be the 10th week. So I don't know if it needs to go through that 10th week or what. But we'll see. Just keep my eye on it. Make sure it doesn't go too long, though. And, But I don't want to harvest too early and, not let it get to its full potential of fattening out and stuff. So It's exciting though, man. It's exciting. I'm excited about the grow and all of that. Yeah, let's get into this. Those are the Padres versus the Diamondbacks. Starting this evening, we got two games. Not this evening. We have one game tonight, one game tomorrow. Tomorrow night, and then and then we also have a day game on Sunday. All against the Diamondbacks here in San Diego. So tonight we have the 6:10 p.m. start time, along with the following day, Saturday, and then, like I said, Sunday is the day game, 1:10 p.m. These are big games for the Padres, man. The big games for the whole NL West, obviously. Just anytime you play the division, especially in this shortened season, they're going to be really important in key games. So this is a big series, big 3-game series, and then a big 4-game series after this, headed up to LA. I know the Padres just optioned Joey Lucchesi and Josh Naylor, and they sent them down. I think they needed to make room for the cutting of the roster. I think they had to cut it down to 58 man or something like that, from my understanding. I could be off on that, but I think that's what happened. So they had to make some sort of move, some sort of changes, and that's the choices they made. And Joey Lucchesi kind of was struggling this season, and I believe his 2 starts. And then Naylor has kind of made a couple of mistakes, but that one I do kind of find interesting. We'll see what happens. We'll see how things play out. We'll see if they kind of play this merry-go-round thing where, then Naylor and Lucchesi come back up, and then another 2 or whatever get sent back down or whatever. I don't know what's going to happen. It's just interesting, though. We'll keep our eye on that. But these are pivotal games. These are big games, big series coming up. I'm excited about it. I sent out a tweet last game saying, oh, looks like the Padres are back to the Padres we knew. Can't hang with LA, blah, 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 blah. I was trying to do that in hopes of jinxing the Padres, because it was still like maybe the 6th inning or something like that. I was doing it to hopefully jinx it, to have them come back and be like, oh, this tweet didn't age well, something like that. But they fought back. They did fight back, and that is what I will say about this team is they have heart. They won't give up. It doesn't matter how much they get down. They will keep fighting till the end, till the last thing. I did go to bed that night, the previous night before the end of the game. I was just exhausted. I was like, my eyes were just falling asleep on the couch watching it, and I decided to get up, go to bed when it was seemingly out of reach. It was like maybe they were probably like 5 behind or something like that. So yeah, I went to bed, and then I think they were starting to come back right as I was going to bed, but I was already out of it. I was exhausted. Like I said, I couldn't keep my eyes open. So I went to bed, and I woke up, and then they lost like 6-7, something like that. So I was like, oh man, they came back. And it came down to the last play, of course, where I forget who was on third, but Manny Machado was up. He hit a semi shallow fly ball to the outfield, so not too deep, and you had to send the runner there. And the Dodgers made like a perfect 1-hop throw and got him at the plate. So it was a double play, ended the game right there. And it's like, oh, just so frustrating because if he would have got safe, who knows what would have happened? They would have been tied 7-7, and then who knows what would have happened. But didn't end up that way. And it's frustrating. And I didn't necessarily mean that this is the same Padres, because like I said, I was just doing it mid-game, just trying to jinx it or whatever, just have it be like, oh, this tweet didn't age well when the Padres ended up coming back and winning. But it's like, at the same time, it is kind of rooted in truth. It's like the Dodgers are seemingly like a better team, man. And it's like the Padres just, oh, they're like the younger brother of the Dodgers, man. And they just can't ever quite hang and quite ever be on par with them. And the following series in LA is gonna be big. If they could split it 2-2, that would be ideal. If you can sweep them in LA, that'd be huge. If you can go 3-1 in LA, that'd be huge. 2-2, we'll take it. If you go 1-3, now we're struggling. And if you get swept, obviously, then just shows that you can't ever really compete with the Dodgers if you're the Padres. And I don't know what you do in that situation, because there is a ton of talent on the Padres, and a ton of heart, a ton of fight. But if that happens, if you get swept in LA, man, I don't know what you do. I really don't, because it's like they made a ton of changes, but if that still happens, man, I don't know. I just gotta give up. Just quit it and be like, all right, we're done. We're done as a team. I'm just kidding. That'd be awful. That would be awful. Need the Padres baseball, man. Need the Padres baseball in my life. Just want them to be able to compete and, be on par with, the Dodgers and some of these, high level teams. Screw that. I don't want them to be on par with the Dodgers, because the Dodgers haven't won shit in a really long time. So it's like, I want them to be like the Padres, but just win. Just finally win a goddamn World Series, That would be pretty awesome. And I'll even take it in this 60 game season, like the Padres will take it then too. The fans will take it then too. It doesn't matter. But that's my thoughts on the Padres and kind of what's going on with them. Let's get into another little snap here, and then we'll kind of get into a little bit more serious stuff that's kind of been going on throughout the world and here in the United States as well. Let's get into this snap. All right, just pack that up. Cheers, everybody. All right. So, I was seeing yesterday, because that explosion in Beirut happened, 2 days ago now? So I saw yesterday that, there was this video going on social media showing the explosion happened, but in reverse color or something like that. And when that happened, you could see a missile being shot moments before the explosion happened. And people were saying it was an attack from Israel and stuff like that. And this was a pretty big video. I saw it like a handful of times from a number of people, um, posting it on social media and stuff. And I was like, wow, man, this is crazy. Clearly there's a missile and, all of that. And then, the more and more information that comes out, I guess that video of the reverse color and showing the missile and all that was deemed to be a fake video. So at least at least that's what's being said. At least that's what's being reported is that that video is fake and has been manipulated. So there wasn't an attack from Israel. But who knows, man? Who knows? Like, it's always tough, man, because what can you believe on the internet? Like, you have to just look at it yourself, do your own research, and kind of, I guess, come to your own conclusion. Because we know the mainstream media is going to manipulate things and lie to us. We already know that's the case. And if there's some bigger agenda or bigger things going on at play, then we're not gonna be aware of it. They're not gonna let us know what's truly going on. They're just gonna blame it on an explosion or something like that. So I don't know. And then you get this confusion where it's like, what, I saw this video where it showed a missile, so but now they're saying that it's fake. And I don't know. It's like, what, there's just this confusion now. There's this, mass confusion. There's this two videos now, and like, how many times do we see that where it's like we get the mainstream video, and then all of a sudden some other videos surface, and it's like, well, that's not the same. And then it's like, oh, that one's fake, and this is the only real one, and we're the mainstream, and you have to believe us. So it's, yeah, man, I don't know. But I did want to kind of point that out, that I saw the video. I was kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if it's real, but it's like, who knows? It could happen. But then, more people said it was fake. So it's like, I wanted to kind of mention it just so you can maybe go do your own research and, look into it yourself. I don't know what I believe with it. I'm just kind of saying I've seen both videos now, and yeah, I don't know what to believe. It's sad though, like, people died 100%. The city is, completely destroyed 100%. Just look at pictures and videos and all of that. You can see that real damage was done. Like, I'm not saying it's fake. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying there's kind of this confusion, or like why it happened or what caused it could be, not 100% understood. So that's something to kind of keep our eye on with it. So I don't know. I don't know. It's an interesting time, man. It's like 2020 has just been a crazy year. It's been a significant year, and from all accounts that I can remember, I mean, here in California, we deal with wildfires almost on a yearly basis. So that kind of scares people, but not to this extent where it's like we've had shutdowns, people haven't been working. Some people, are, and some people have continued to navigate their life and, continue to go on about it, but other people haven't. And, certain jobs are still not deemed essential and can't go back to work. So we still have that going on. And yeah, it's a scary time, man, for everybody across the country, and all over the world. Because I guess I was just reminded, like, the other day, and just from a timeline of 2020, that the wildfires in Australia happened this year too. So that is just that was a big moment as well. I'd have to double check on that, but I was like, man, that was in 2020 as well? That's crazy. It's like so much has happened. within this year, like big events, but they're making them big events, like especially with this virus and lockdown and the shutdown of the economy and then the inflation of the economy and all, it's all been manipulated. But man, it's crazy, crazy times, man. It really is. Let's get into this next stuff. So, what's this one? Oh, this is man. This one kind of came out last night. People were kind of tripping out, freaking out over this. So, let's just read this. It says Donald Trump gave a dire warning during a speech about an executive order on prescription drugs. The president signed the order on Thursday, which directed some federal agencies to prioritize purchasing some drugs and medical supplies that are made in the United States. Quote, "So I have a lot of enemies out there. This may be the last time you'll see me for a while. A lot of very, very rich enemies, but they but they are not happy with what I'm doing," President Trump said. Quote, "But I think we have one chance to do it, and no other president's going to do it," he also said. Quote, "The executive order from the executive order will require that U.S. government agencies purchase all the essential medicines that we need from American sources," he also said. Quote, "The executive order will also sweep away unnecessary regulatory barriers to domestic pharmaceutical production and support advanced manufacturing processes that will keep our drug prices low and allow American companies to compete on the world stage," unquote. And then he said, "Every time you see a negative big pharma commercial against me, remember, it means your drug prices are coming way down," he said. Ooh. This is big stuff, man, in my opinion. When you start going after the pharmaceutical industry and the real people kind of who influence things and have a ton of power of how people operate, have a ton of power of how people are manipulated with drug use and manipulated with buying certain drugs from certain sources and all of that. So he's going after a big industry that hasn't been touched in quite some time, from my understanding. And it seems like he's very aware that this could be dangerous, because he said this may be the last time you see me for a while. It's like he really needs to lay low. We'll see if that happens, or we'll see if he's out there golfing and stuff. But going after these agencies and this industry is has kind of been the silent this industry has kind of been the silent killer, you know what I mean? It's like this industry has influenced so much and just has so much money. And when is it ever about a cure instead of just keeping people hooked on another medicine? And I'm not saying he's doing it for that reason, but to get us away from other countries and get these jobs back here and having us be able to at least compete with other places. But I find all of it interesting. I just find it really interesting that he's kind of going after the pharmaceutical industry, and we'll see to what extent it plays out to. Um, but I thought this was really interesting. I guess on one of the I didn't see the video. I got sent it, and I don't know if it like was again. I don't know if there was any manipulation with it or whatever, but it said something like on the bottom, something about a blackout or something like that, and that kind of worried people as well. I know here in North County, a handful of days ago, there was like some sort of power outage. I didn't experience it, but I knew a couple of people who did. Um, so who knows what's gonna happen. It really does seem like there's this real, true war battle going on within the government, and maybe even a silent world war going on right now where it's all going on behind the scenes at the moment, and there isn't physical stuff going on, between China and Russia and us, and all of just everything going on, Saudi, just everything going on, the Middle East, like, there's obviously violence and the wars going on where there is the the bombings and all that still happening, but I'm just talking about more on what people are worried about now. It could be happening already silently, and that's why Trump is doing what he's doing, with the going after the pharmaceutical industries and getting our prices right here and getting things situated here properly. And then this kind of leads me to the next thing where um he's trying to ban the TikTok app. So let's get into that. But first, let's have another little snap. It's that bubble gum from Ronin, Ronen. Let's pack that up and have this snap. Go through this last story here. Then I will get on out of here. Time flies, man. It's like I used to struggle getting to like 15, 20 minutes, and it's already like 30 something minutes, 35 going on 40 minutes. So pretty good stuff. It's like what it will do when you actually come prepared and have things to talk about, It's like, wow, what a concept. All right, let's get into this. Cheers. Oh yeah. Good stuff. All right, so let's get into this. More Trump news with the TikTok ban. So, Trump has unveiled sweeping bans on U.S. transactions with the Chinese owners of messaging app WeChat and video sharing app TikTok, escalating a high stakes confrontation with Beijing over the future of the global tech industry. The executive orders announced Thursday and effective in 45 days come after the Trump administration this week flagged increased effort to purge, quote, untrusted, unquote, Chinese apps from U.S. digital networks, calling Tencent Holdings Tencent Holdings Ltd's, WeChat, and ByteDance's popular TikTok, quote, significant threats, unquote. Quote, the U.S. is using national security as an excuse and using state power to oppress non-American businesses. That's just hegemonic practice. Foreign Ministry spokesman Wang Weibing told a media briefing. Quote, we are shocked by the recent executive order which was issued without any due process, unquote, TikTok said in a statement on Friday, adding that it would, quote, pursue all remedies available to us in order to ensure that rules of law is not discarded, unquote. And then this is a quote saying, this is the rupture in the digital world between the U.S. and China, James Lewis said, a technology expert with Washington-based think tank Center for Strategic and International Studies. So, wow. A lot is going on. So he put in this executive order that will take place in 45 days. Why in 45 days? I don't understand. I guess he did say that he was going to give until September 12th or something like that for Microsoft to figure out if they were or any other United States based companies to maybe buy them out or something like that. So maybe he's leaving it till then, and then he's giving them an additional week or so to figure it out from there, to either close up shop here, whatever. I don't know exactly, but yeah, no more United States transactions. I don't know, was that taking place now or was that taking place in 45 days? I think that might be happening now. Yeah. That's interesting. So he's taking immediate action on certain things with it, but then leaving the data still available until later. I don't know, man. It doesn't make sense to me. Like I said, sometimes it all just seems like a giant game and we're all being played and I don't really know what's going on. But then it just seems like okay, yeah, you can kind of equate it to WWE or something where it's you have the heel and the face, and then the heel turns and the face turns, and it's who knows what's happening, man. Who really know? Because it's almost like China is looked at as a bad guy, Trump as the face, and now Trump going in and banning TikTok and China sticking up for the tech and freedom and all that. It's almost like China's becoming the good. It's so crazy. It's so interesting to me and just so fascinating. And like I said, I don't know what's really going on. I just know what we're being told. And, you can only kind of figure it out and try and connect the dots or just paint the picture or whatever, and just but it's I don't know, man. I'm not in it, so I can only speculate and kind of have my own opinion on this stuff. This isn't factual based at all. This is just me forming an opinion because there isn't much information. I don't really understand it all. If there's a threat, I understand why there would need to be a ban, but then it's if we start banning things, how is that okay? like I've said it before, it's a slippery slope if you start doing that. So this is just it's a really interesting time, man. We'll see what happens with Trump, man. He said he was gonna disappear for a while, so we'll see if he, you know, does that or if that's just all talk and he needs the attention and needs to be in the public eye. Um, it seems like he needs that, so I wouldn't be surprised if that was just talk and he's back in front of the cameras again. Like I wouldn't be surprised, but then I wouldn't be surprised if he does disappear for a while. And then it's like, what the hell is he doing? Where did he go? What's he doing? So that's interesting. What could be going on? Huh. What could be going on where he would have to disappear? Like, where could he go if he's not going to be in the public eye? That's kind of interesting, right? He could be like anonymous and like just disappear, dip out somewhere for a while and not even know it because you can still tweet and still do all that stuff. So it's like, I just thought of that. If he's not going to be in the public eye, where's he going? What's he going to do? It's interesting, man. That is an interesting thing. But if he's just out golfing and bullshit, like, okay, whatever. It's all just, like I said, this is all just a game. And that's what it seems like to me. I didn't even get to what was going on this weekend, huh? I didn't. Well, that's why, because I didn't even put it in my notes. That's weird. All right. Well, so what's going on this weekend? Tomorrow. I don't think I talked about this. It's not in my notes. Me and my brother are taking my dad golfing just right here in the area. For his birthday. Since he went out of town for his birthday. So that we're gonna do that later in the afternoon tomorrow. So that'll be cool. I'm looking forward to that. For all of us getting together. The following weekend we're going to Lake Arrowhead with my mom and my brother, his girlfriend, and I think my mom's sister is gonna be there too with our cousin. So that should be a good time. Hopefully. It all depends on how I'm feeling, It all depends on my mood. But I want things to be nice. I want things to be enjoyable and good and all of that, but you never know with me. But yeah, that's what's going on this weekend. Gonna go play some golf. Maybe check out some UFC after the golf. But then Padres are playing as well. That's gonna be a tough one. What do I watch? Probably the Padres, and maybe just check out the Derek Lewis, Alexei Olenek fight. I don't know. And then the following week, I'm in Lake Arrowhead with the DC Stipe matches going. So, I gotta bring my laptop for that one for sure. That is kind of it. I don't have anything else going on. Like I said, my ribs and everything are still sore. I don't know how I'm gonna be golfing. That might be a little tough, but we'll try it. If I can't go, it is what it is. Just walk the course and just spend time with the family, So that's fine with me. But I would like to play. It's just wow, man. I just it's tough, and that swing might be tough to deal with. It really might, but we'll see. So that, I think, is going to do it. Nothing else is coming to mind that I can think of. Just make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Check out those links down below. All the social media accounts at the _ No World Order podcast on Instagram. Check us out when we go live. Hopefully, we'll get a new episode out on Tuesday. We'll see though. Just we'll keep you updated. Go check that account out. Again, make sure to like, share, subscribe, follow all the accounts, everything like that. Yeah. Have a good weekend. And until next time, everybody, peace.